want to get right to our top story of the day here at 5. Former Clark County Sheriff Jamey Noel is coming clean about the crimes he committed.
Today, he pleaded guilty. WDRB Stefan Johnson tells us why the judge is not ready to accept that plea deal just yet. Stefan?
Well, good afternoon, guys. Today, Jamey Noel pleaded guilty to 27 of the counts against him and could face up to 15 years in prison. But before accepting the plea agreement, the special judge is making a special plea to the public.
And it's my understanding that you wish to withdraw your previous land and plea of not guilty and enter a plea of guilty pursuant to the terms of this document.
Nearly a year after he was first arrested, former Clark County Sheriff Jamey Noel admits he broke the law.
Yes, Your Honor.
Monday, Noel was back in front of a judge to change his plea to guilty on several charges, including theft, obstruction of justice, tax evasion, money laundering, corrupt business influence, and official misconduct.
We've come a long way since that initial hearing back in November of 23.
As part of a plea deal, Noel would be sentenced to 15 years in prison with 3 on probation.
You know, I think that him going to prison for 12 years, if the judge accepts this agreement, should be a pretty big deterrent for a guy who lived the lifestyle that he lived leading up to this.
He would also have to pay more than $3 million in restitution to 4 different public agencies. That includes Utica Township Volunteer Firefighters Association and a New Chapel EMS, Indiana Department of Revenue, the Clark County Sheriff's Department, and Indiana State Police. Despite the agreement, Special Judge Larry Medlock is not ready to accept the plea.
I mean, not just management, not just the sheriff's department.
Judge Medlock wants to hear from anyone in the community who may have been harmed by Noel's actions.
I mean, EMS workers that have lost their jobs, paramedics that are not out there saving people because the money was diverted for pleasures. I want to hear from people that don't have $800 belts. I want to hear from taxpayers that have been aggrieved by the actions of this individual.
The judge wants people to contact Special Prosecutor Richard Hurdle's office, but in the end, Judge Medlock could reject the agreement.
If that happens, then we'll saddle up and go to trial.
And Clark County Councilman John Miller and former Councilwoman Brittany Faree were also in court today. Both are charged with official misconduct in connection with the Noel case, and both pleaded not guilty. Miller is also a Clarksville police officer. He has been suspended without pay, and a meeting on Friday will decide whether to extend that suspension, guys.
All right, Stefan, thank you for your reporting today.